problem with jiu-jitsu is that there's just a lot of things to learn. Are you finding that? It's a lot of information. And the other problem is trying to translate that information into sparring. I mean, you get these guys sparring already.
We've just started to look at it. I tend to work
By the time they have black belt, blue belt, sorry. Each one roughly 10 steps. We're talking about quite a few hundred things you have to learn, quite a lot of steps. What will make it easier is if you start seeing things in patterns. That's what helped me when I was a white belt and blue belt, seeing things in patterns. So we're going to look at patterns today. Now with this stiff arm here, this arm is very useful for him. It stops me from sitting up and it stops me from strangling. Okay, so I need to kind of collapse it. What I'm going to do for this one is, let me see what's the easiest one. I know. Pin the wrist to my chest, pull here. This is interesting. You get a sort of collapse here. If I were to collapse here, I'm not going to get strength. So what I want you to find you to do when you're in pairs is find a way to collapse this arm. It could be like this, it could be like this. Sometimes I like to underhook and find a collapse here, or you could just crush here, or you can just pull here. Okay, so that's just basically collapsing the arm. You want to try it, guys? Yep. I showed about 5 or 6 different versions, I was just kind of making it up. But the point is, I had in my head, I want to isolate the arm, I want to collapse the arm, I want the arm. And I just, any means necessary. So he's doing whatever he can, yeah, he's doing that thing, good. What he's actually doing here is, if you do that again, and as he sets up for the arm bar, see my elbow, stop there, see my elbow, where's my elbow?
Across his chest.
Yeah, it's across his chest. Where was my elbow here? Here, close to my ribs. So his aim with this attack is basically take my elbow across, and then he can take his time to find the right area to do the arm bar. So the concept I'm trying to reveal here is that for him to succeed in what he does, he needs to isolate my elbow away from my body. Okay, we call this the open elbow concept, if you like. Now, I can see he's arching, he's getting ready for the armbar. My reaction is, I want my elbow as close to me as possible. So as he proceeds, now we do the armbar. Nothing. Essential for you guys, and I drill it with my guys as well all the time. I testify to this. I'm in low, top mounts, hand under the head. I do this so you can see. Hand on the head. Doesn't matter what you do this hand, I personally just place it on the floor, but if you want more security, you can hold it here. Slide my hand underneath my thigh, and my fingers here, and then we do a spider crawl. And as soon as you meet resistance and he's fighting you, pressure down, you can't go any more, you move your knee up. Then you swap hands, and you do the same thing here. Finger crawl. You can't go any more because he's strong. Walk up. And it probably takes about 1 or 2 steps more until you end up here. I mean, I have seen people who would like to make sure their partner's arms are way up here. And it's horrible. I mean, they feel very much under threat. They can't do anything. But here's the thing. Let's go back to the first technique. Where are his elbows? Exactly. When he was defending, they were down there. So for him as a defender, he does not want his elbows up there. We'll talk about it after that. For now, just do the drill where his elbow. So his elbow is digging in. It's really tight. You can see. I can't do it because his elbow's still there. See my leg here? Nudge. That's all I need. That's all I need. Bring the arm up here, cut his elbow, and you're going to do this all at once. Lift your knees up. Now, his elbow is not going to go on the ground because my leg is in the way. If my leg wasn't there, his elbow goes to the ground, and he goes back defending himself. And once again. Yeah, that's what I need. Lift as much as you can. Maybe to my body as well. Switch. Get my leg in the way. Now I'm a little bit low. I want to just travel up. And to be honest, there's not a way you can stop me. And hold as much as you can. And just hold it here. You like this, I think. But guess where his elbow is? Good. Where does he want his elbow to be? here, and then I've lost the position. That's why it's very important to pull. Let me see that again. One more time. Exactly 90 degrees to him, but I'm quite low down. Let me just nudge that a little bit. Just enough so I can cut my elbow, my hand around the elbow, lift, switch. And then I move myself up a bit and really hug tight. I do not want his elbow to meet his body. Yeah. If he does, I turn into the face again. Those are only for the guys who are familiar with that switch. Just do the first bit. But anyway, grab if you want. Even if you don't, what we're doing is we're kind of pressing ourselves up and hopping our knee onto his belly. Right? Now you want to be at an angle. Don't be too square. Be at an angle. And what we're going to do is we're going to put a little bit of weight on. And he doesn't like it, so what's his first reaction? Yeah. Now look at his elbow. I can't do the arm bar until he gives me. He tucked his arm in and palmed my knee away. See? I haven't got the arm bar. Once I see the elbow flare out, as some people do, and in fact you can help the situation by bringing that in, then you've got the arm bar. So my guys have done this before. I want you to do the knee on belly to arm bar. Let's say for you. You guys, just have fun with the knee on belly. Arm under my neck, all right? And I'm putting my hand over the shoulder. And I'm raising not only my forearm, but my hips as well, into him. So I'm trying to minimize the distance between my elbow and my hips. So if you just use your arm, you do this. And sure, I'm kind of going to achieve what I want. Look how far my elbows are away from my body. And also it's a signal for him to go, guess what, knee on belly, or all sorts of lovely things. Take a step out and hip bridge into him. And keep my body close to my hips. And guess what, at the top, where you can't go anymore, then you drop, insert your knee, and then you can escape. Alright? And I managed to, I want to pass his guard. If I start extending myself like that, he's just going to pull, and yeah, you see, and start playing with me. So if you watch footage, you'll watch guys, we call this T-Rex arms. This is very useful, T-Rex arms. So I'm playing here, and I'm not allowing my elbow to extend, because I know that extends my weight distribution, and it gives him what is potentially arm bars and all sorts of nasty things. That's not the technique I want to show you. You have a chance. Nobody's born like this. No people are born like this. Okay? Usually he has to work at it. And this is what we're going to do. We're starting to stop him from getting that. I do not want that hand underneath my head. He's going to get bored of trying to go for it. He's going to reach over your head, and then you're just going to push. And you're going to counter. I'll describe that in slow-mo if I can. There's a lot going on. Again, don't worry about the details. Think about what you're trying to achieve. If you don't want that arm underneath, he goes over. See how his arm goes over? Because what he wants to do is land up here, which is a good, not a bad position for him. All right. So in between there and there, I want to push his elbow away. Okay. So I'm here, and if you can get a grip, brilliant. If you can't, just push. And where his hand is pointing is where you want to push. Don't just randomly push up in the air. At the same time, you need to sit up. This is the hard way. So, this is what we're going to do. I push, and I sit kind of sideways, where I'm facing his hand. There. And if you're lucky, he'll go along with you. And then you can take, guess what? Side control.